Keemstar, who is the self-proclaimed #1 source for news on the social interactions and online entertainment, got in a bit of hot water a couple days ago when he shared his very ill-informed opinion on one of the biggest stories in online entertainment for the past year, Onision. It all starts when he tweets out, "You are so incredibly unfunny, it's embarrassing. Every video you milk on Onision forces me to side with Onision due to how shit you are at being informative or entertaining, Einabber." Einabber, of course, being one of the more prominent YouTubers to cover Onision as of late. Now, Einabber himself never ended up responding to this tweet, but a lot of other people did. Baby M says, "Lol, quit bullying everyone, and maybe you'll become credible one day." Keemstar then replies, "What is that supposed to mean? I have more viewers than any of these weirdos. I have the most credibility." Augie responds to Keem by saying, "I see it's Keem's yearly spurg like an autist so people notice me moment." Memeology 101 says, "Siding with Onision? Yikes." Cordwit says, "Okay Keemstar, you little hypocrite. You can't just get a channel taken down because you personally don't like it. It's either they all go down, or none of them do." Showing Keemstar's recent campaign to take down J-Station, alongside the tweet where Keem says he is siding with Onision. Keemstar continues to talk about the situation by saying, "Look, it's very clear that there's an Onision hate mob out there, but these channels with nothing but Onision content, you can't trust in the slightest. They will be like, Onision's wife groomed this little girl, so Onision is guilty." Huh? You just said it's his wife. Onision Unprivated responds to Keem by saying, "Isn't it like the weirdest thing whenever an abusive creep scandal busts open and the victims don't do all the work for Keem's lazy ass, he throws a temper tantrum acting like the abusive sex creep was a misunderstood victim of cancel culture? Really makes you think." Fazoo responds to Keem by saying, "People in glass fucking houses, eh?" Showing that Keem is more than guilty of milking the Paul brothers on Drama Alert, so his criticism of these channels spamming Onision videos is kind of hypocritical. Big Money responds to Keem by saying, "You say that while not paying to the situation. It's like blaming Harley Quinn instead of the Joker. It takes two to tango. Don't call the kettle black when it comes to money. You talk about Jake Paul for a paycheck. You said that. At least we're bringing up serious shit." Keem then tweets out, "These morons will make a 5-part video series on Onision cutting down a tree. You can't trust these clowns." Tony then responds, "Opinions on Right Opinions videos though goes quite in depth about many different aspects including some backstories, rather than just a quick view grab nitpicking one thing. He goes into detail about almost everything." Keem then says, "Going to watch it now." Caitlyn responds to him by saying, "It wasn't cutting down the tree, it was destroying wetlands." Keem then responds, "A whole 50 squared foot of wetlands? Lol, where will the animals live?" Adelam responds to Keem by saying, "He literally admitted to either dating or sleeping with, can't exactly remember, a 17-year-old. And you're defending him?" Keem then replies, 1. I'm not defending him. I'm criticizing two clowns making video everything Onision sneeze. I think he means every time Onision sneezes. He continues by saying, 2. I should be criticizing the hate mob, cause most of you in it, including you, are dumb. 3. 17 is a legal age of consent where Onision lives. 4. Just wanted to call you dumb again." Duel then responds to him by saying, "If you were not defending him, then why did you put point 3 there?" Keem then replies, "See what I'm saying? You are dumb. You people don't speak facts, and you just make shit up. Dumb. Wolfie Thorn responds to Keem by saying, "Fucking keck. Bullshitter Extreme here is gonna tell people about getting their facts straight? Your entire presence on YouTube is made up from manufacturing drama and covering drama between people. Lol. Go suck J-Station's cock on camera for some quality content for us. Please." Big Money says, "A 24-year-old can't fuck a 16 or 17-year-old. There is a 5-year gap, and he violated the Mann Act to score some teen puss. Oh, Onision sneezes? Jake Paul says the N-word. Clickbait. Jake Paul put in jail for 1 year? Clickbait. Jake Paul holds hand. Fucking fascinating. Glad this made the news today." Showing that indeed, Keemstar did make a video about Jake Paul and FaZe Banks holding hands. Repsion responds to Keem by saying, "Lol, yeah, cause my coverage hasn't been accurate at all. Please show me where I was wrong with the information I presented in any of my content regarding Onision. He took me to civil court. I spoke with each victim before publishing my X-Files video, etc. Yes, I'm a rat. If I gotten something wrong in my coverage, I'll admit to it. I shouldn't say interview, but spoke to each once, asked them to watch the video before release, etc. I took content out that they asked me to upon request too. T2Spill says, Keemstar seems to be very bothered by a community trying to expose a predator. Makes you wonder. Keem then quote tweets this and says, see, look, now I'm a pedo cause I'm criticizing these clowns. This is why I don't trust any of you in this Onision hate mob. You can't be trusted. I personally hate Onision, and he hates me, but it's actually impossible to believe Onision is guilty of everything they are saying about him. So-called evidence is always presented with emotion or assumption. They never present Onision's counter-arguments. They just say, guilty. Fuck it. I'm going to interview Onision and give him a fair chance to defend himself, since none of you will. Kate responds, a fair chance to make even more of a fool out of himself? I'm here for it. Keem then replies, at least you have a brain. So many people in this hate mob don't. Videl says, why do you always side with predators? Keem then responds, like who? You just completely talk out of your ass. What a moron. It's embarrassing for you. Videl then responds, other than to be a contrarian, why give someone like Onion Boy the time of day? He's a groomer. Enough said. Alexander says, good luck with that. Gonna give him 10k? Keem then replies, I never paid for an interview. And never will. Mango says, oh come on man, I really thought you changed, and then you had the audacity to tweet this. Keem then replies, so you don't want to give anyone else a chance to talk? You only want one side of a story? If I offer two sides, I'm a bad guy? You are just being stupid, and you know it. BWC responds to it by saying, and just like that, Keemstar's integrity vanished into nothing. Ali replies to Keem by saying, he doesn't deserve a fair chance. Why would you do this? Nick then responds, everyone deserves a chance to at least speak. Not saying everyone who speaks is in the right, it's important to understand their thought process, and have it as history. Sage then responds, hey idiot, this isn't high school drama about a relationship breakup. This guy raped women and it's been proven. There is years of video/audio evidence. All rapists deserve a chance to defend themselves, is the dumbest thing anyone could say. Keem then responds to him by saying, wait, so if Onision raped a woman, and there's video and audio evidence, then how is he not arrested? Something's not adding up here. Sage then responds, like I said, you obviously have not been following the case if you are asking that. It takes time for the FBI to complete investigations. Doesn't happen overnight, bro. Keemstar then replies, clearly I am paying attention. Why would the FBI be investigating Onision in a rape case instead of the local police where the alleged rape occurred? And what exactly is the proof that the FBI is in fact investigating this? Did you get this information from a YouTuber? Sloth responds to Keem by saying, just do any amount of research. Please, you are a news host. Just ask an intern or your staff. Come on man, you are not stupid. You have a career made on the news. You can do a quick search. Keem then responds, I'm doing research right now, silly. If there is 100% proof, video and audio evidence, that Onision raped a woman, why has he not been arrested? Mr. Cyrus then responds, the FBI would be involved perhaps, if it was a crime committed across states? Keem then quote tweets this and says, so he raped a woman on the border? Are you guys even thinking before you tweet this dumb shit at me? Bald Martin responds, no. But Kai allegedly exchanged nudes with underage fans who live in different states. Keem then responds, yes, I know that, but exactly where's this rape allegation coming from? Bald Martin then responds, that's irrelevant, because there's not going to be a separate case for every single allegation. Going back to the response Keem made to Sage, where he asked people where they found out that Onision is being investigated by the FBI, Nutters Chan responds to that by saying, Chris fucking Hansen, dude. He's the guy who informed us over and over again that the FBI was investigating him, and they are investigating him over alleged child porn, sex with minors, and pedophilia, on top of alleged abuse and maybe even child endangerment. Keem then quote tweets this and says, so Chris Hansen told you guys that the FBI is investigating Onision? By Chris Hansen announcing that publicly, doesn't that hurt the investigation? Giving Onision a chance to destroy evidence? Seems odd. Almost seems like it could be not true. Keem then tweets out, okay, I found it. The county is working with state and FBI on an open Onision case. This is true. Interesting. I want to interview Onision. Still confused why all these YouTubers keep saying that he won't be arrested, but that he's guilty. Grim Hades responds to Keem by saying, does not change the fact that they really have no evidence. And Chris Hansen and his team of flying monkeys probably made Onision destroy any evidence if there was any by now. Onision is a twat, but I highly doubt they can arrest him. Are you kidding me? Responds to him by saying, they have a whole laptop and cell phone that belong to either Kai or Greg. That and they have gathered evidence already. Keem then responds, I thought I heard that one of Chris Hansen's people didn't even hand over a laptop that belonged to one of the victims. He just kept his office for months. Holly responds to Keem by saying, here's Onision and his partner arguing over which one of them technically took their foster daughter's virginity. They waited until 4 days after her 18th birthday, showing a screenshot of texts that start with Kai saying, thought we agreed that using virginity as a pawn was wrong, but now that it suits you, you want to resort to that. Greg then responds, it's a big deal. Kai then says, and she lost it to you, not me. Greg then responds, virginity does matter, to which Kai says, so does 7 years of a relationship, but we are forgetting about that. And no, you did threaten our relationship. Greg then responds, so I just ignore you taking a girl's virginity, then treating her like she is dead to you because she got jealous, then doubling down on threatening her like she is dead when she tries to shut herself off so she can't be hurt? The #1 news source in online entertainment then quote tweets this old information and reacts to it by saying, OMG! Going back to the tweet Ali made to Keemstar, he quote tweets it and says, this is exactly why I don't trust any of you in this Onision hate mob. Soph then responds, listen, we don't trust you either. Keem then quote tweets this and says, oh well, I get more views than any of these morons making non-stop Onision vids. More viewers. Ryan Skip responds, laughing my ass off, imagine thinking more viewers is a good comeback. Keem then responds, it is, considering I have more viewers. Now normally I don't include my own tweets in these videos, but this one got quite a bit of traction and actually spawned some pretty interesting responses, so for this one time I am going to include it. I say, JStation makes fake 3am/dark web videos. Keemstar, we must start a movement to ban him off of YouTube and protect the kids. Onision gets caught being a pedo plus other terrible stuff. Keemstar, you guys need to stop making videos on Onision and give him a fair chance. Showing that Keemstar was calling for the deletion of JStation's channel because his content is bad for kids. And then also showing the tweet where Keemstar says Onision needs a fair chance to defend himself. I follow it up by saying, hey Keemstar, take your own advice next time you decide to speak up about something you know nothing about, like Onision.
You have your facts wrong, and you publicly speak on shit without knowing what you're talking about.
Repsion responds to me by saying, I really can't comprehend how dumb Keem is sometimes. It's funny, cause I swear he made a video about asking people to stop talking about his past screw-ups. But then he is still salty over a joke I made in response to him telling Total Biscuit he can't wait to report his death. Josh Pescator responds to me by saying, I would put allegedly somewhere in there, pal. I then respond, he already admitted to grooming and fucking Sarah. It's still possible he never slept with an underage person, but he's clearly attracted to them sexually, which makes him a pedo. Josh Pescator then responds, grooming is not a charge in the US. Sarah was of age for the US state he was in, Washington, in which age of consent is 16. If you want to know, Josh, just ask or DM. I then say, I never said it was. All I said is that Onision is a pedo, which he is because he's sexually attracted to girls under 18 as an adult. Keemstar continues to talk about this on his timeline by saying, everyone deserves a chance to defend themselves. It's time to get to the bottom of this once and for all, and hear from all sides, not just one who's clearly biased. Sub to #DramaAlert. Setting up a meeting with Onision's people now. Believe it or not, he actually does have people. I'm in contact with them. BWC responds by saying, question of the interview, do you touch kids? Ricky Berwick reacts to Keem by saying this.
Oh boy, I can't wait for this.
Keemstar then posts a screenshot of him being blocked by Onision and says, talks for an Onision interview are going well. Pimpmaster Yoda replies to Keem and says, good, let the FBI talk with Onision instead.
Excellent, that is for you, Keemstar. After all, the only person Onision speaking with he should be is the FBI. Oh, so cute you are, Keemstar. Coochie coochie coo. Ready to go up Yoda's ass you are? Yes, ready to go up my ass you are. Yes.
Keemstar then went back in his tweet catalog to 2016 where he uploaded a drama alert video titled Onision and Underage Girls. He quote tweets it and says, "Damn, looks like I called it first." Elle responds to Keem by saying, "Can you keep your story straight?" Showing screenshots of these two tweets that Keemstar made. Keem quote tweets her and says, "How has my story changed? The claim you just made is factually wrong, and this is why no one can trust you. And this is why I don't trust those YouTubers." Jay replies to Keem by saying, "At this point, I'm confused. You say one thing, then you say another. Look up everything about this, then speak on it. This is why people say you are changing your story." Keem then responds, "You are confused for the very reason I'm calling you all out. Stick to the facts, and stop making leaps and assumptions. Each individual word has a fucking meaning. That's why we have language." Elle responds to Keem by saying, "Still want to claim this man isn't a bad guy?" Keem then quote tweets this and says, "I never claimed that. You are all so dumb. This is why I trust none of you." Jordan responds to Keem by saying, "Bro, I actually enjoy your content, but you said earlier everyone deserved a second chance. If authorities are investigating and there is evidence, do you really think he deserves a second chance?" Keem then quote tweets this and says, "Again, another moron. I never said anyone needed a second chance. I said everyone deserves a chance to defend themselves. Every person mentioning right now is misquoting and just flat out lying. I don't trust this mob. I caught you lying 5 times in the last hour." Jaded responds to Keem by saying, "Guys, since when has Keem not tried to get both sides? I mean, we all knew Ray Diaz was guilty and Keem still got his side. Y'all crazy." Keemstar then quote tweets this and says, "Serious stories like this needs to be handled where you can try and get all sides. The fact that they freak out, misquoting me, calling me a pedo, lol, just because I want to interview and get Onision's side, shows that these people in the mob don't want facts at all. Bad luck, weirdos." Mango responds to Keem by saying, "What about this tweet where you said you were taking Onision's side?" Showing the very first tweet we covered in this video, where Keem says that every video you make on Onision forces me to side with Onision due to how shit you are at being informative. Keem quote tweets this and says, "Oh my god, that's clearly a joke roasting iNabber's horrible unwatchable content. How did that one go over your head?" Pixie Wishes responds to Keem by saying, "The fact you gotta put down a tiny YouTuber's content compared to you says a lot about how worried you are about your relevancy. I mean, why worry about others' content? Just do your own. Or am I right? And you watch theirs so that you know what to make content on." Keem then replies, "What if I think content is horrible? Am I not allowed to say anything negative about it because I have more subs? That's stupid. And you know it." Okay, well, people are starting to get annoyed with the spam tweets, so I'll give it a rest. But I'm going to try my best to get you an Onision interview where the man has a chance to explain all of this. That's one interview I think we are all interested in seeing. I am definitely interested in seeing that. Finally, that is it for the tweets. Oh my god, that was so much to go through. Never mind, just kidding. We actually have more from Keemstar. He could not help himself and he continued to tweet regardless of his announcement to stop tweeting. Serena responds to Keem by saying, "This bitch right here thinks he's better than Chris Hansen. Oh, I get 1 million views. Wham, 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 wham. How out of touch with reality can you be?" Keem then replies, "Since we're speaking about reality, how many views does Chris Hansen get?" CJ Blaskowitz replies to Keem by saying, "Keem, go back to your fucking corner before someone throws you back into your yard." Keem used his platform to spam videos explaining his side. You are sincerely a fucking idiot if you're serious about getting his side. Keem then replies, "You are definitely in a basement right now." James responds to Keem by saying, "He literally uploaded videos on his side on his channel. Another example of you not knowing what you are talking about." Keem then quote tweets this and says, "I don't watch your Onision videos. The man just baits you morons into clicking." James replies, "His last videos aren't bait. It's him trying to cover his tracks. Once again, you don't know anything about the topic." Keem then quote tweets him and says, "How does it feel to support Onision and watch every one of his videos?" James then replies, "There's literally a Reddit with his videos re-uploaded to prevent that. Try again." Keem then quote tweets him and says, "But James, you are not watching Reddit, are you? You are watching his actual videos, and now you feel really fucking stupid." Jesus, Keem is just trying to sound like the smarter person, and it is not working at all. Jolly says to Keem, "When you go to interview him, don't forget to bring your daughter." Keem then quote tweets this and says, "Repsion, the filthy scumbag that he is, left a YouTube comment saying my child was going to grow up to be a hooker. He tried to apologize for it years later, but he should not be talking about kids in such a manner. Just like you, neither of you care about kids' safety at all." Minzy replies, "You're really fucking deflecting, dude." Keem then replies to her by saying, "Deflecting by saying I'm deflecting? Talk facts, moron." Repsion responds to Keem's tweet about him by saying, "It was a poor taste joke about her not receiving enough attention. I apologized for that here, but apparently that means I can't ever talk about the issues that involve protecting children because of a joke I made years ago? Not how that works, mate." He then linked his apology to Keem, and in it, he says this.
Hey, Keemstar. So I just got back from becoming an uncle for the second time, Uncle Dan, and something kind of clicked when I was actually at the hospital and when I was holding a new kid for my sister. And when I got back home, I rewatched the Daddy of Five stream that you and I were on, and I wanted to actually personally apologize for the joke that I made regarding your daughter. When I was holding my sister's kid, something just kind of clicked with me. And while I'm a defender of free speech, and I think you can make jokes about anything, what I said in response to you was not only unnecessary, insensitive, and inappropriate, but it was something I shouldn't have said. I should not have made a joke about your daughter. Even if it was a joke, I just shouldn't have done that. It wasn't something that was appropriate. It was unneeded. It was unnecessary. And I'm not the type of person to apologize to people when I'm told that I need to apologize. I have to take a lot of time to process things, and I have to think about things that I've said and done. And sometimes it can take me weeks, sometimes it can take me months, and sometimes it can even take me years to get to that point of saying, you know what, I probably shouldn't have done this. I probably shouldn't have said this. So in regards to you and our exchange that we had over that stream and arguing, I wanted to genuinely, sincerely say I apologize for making that tasteless joke about your daughter. It's not even about my intent. I shouldn't have done it at all. There's no reason and there's no explanation for me to bring in a child in the context of a joke, especially when it's pertaining to a father such as yourself. That's it. That's all I wanted to say. I apologize for sending this to your business email address, but I don't have any other way to contact you. Yeah. Again, I'm really sorry for making that. I don't know, becoming an uncle for the second time has kind of resonated with me, and I need to be... If we're going to get to the real root cause of why I even made that joke, I made it because I was still angry at you that you made fun of Total Biscuit. Well, not made fun of, but you basically said, I can't wait to report your death when he dies of cancer. That really pissed me off, and that really put a sour taste in my mouth. So I was thinking, what's something that I could say to you that would, one, obviously be a joke, but also be extremely personal and offensive to you. And I used your child, and I should not have done that, and I sincerely apologize for that. I mean it. So, hope you see this. If not, oh well.
Dreaming Manic Girl says to Keem, "Man, I would love to see you pay 100k to hear him scream and bully the victims. Fantastic concept, Keem. Really, the hunger for views is crazy." Keem then quote tweets this and says, 1. I'm not paying to interview anyone. 2. I pull 1 million views at least a video. That's more views than any of this content has had on YouTube. Hey guys, let's prove him wrong. Share this video around. 3. The point of the interview is to let the other person speak. I'm not gonna control what Greg says. Then it would not be an interview. Miranda replies to Keem by saying, then you are not getting an interview, especially if you pull the most views. Greg's gonna want something in return. He already said he doesn't want to share his side to anyone else's platform. Telling him you want his side out there isn't enough incentive for him to do it. Keem then replies, well, we'll have to see. Gnet says, you are just getting old to see the picture, my guy. Come on guys, he's getting old, and it's coming with age. Keem then responds, no, you guys all react with emotion. You have no respect for the facts, and I've been clowning you for hours. It's been a lot of fun. Now I'm gonna force you to go talk to me and build up the hype for this interview, because I'm much smarter than you morons. Blippi says, look guys, I didn't get the reaction I wanted, so I'm going to say I was clowning everyone. Keem then responds, do you know what clowning them means? Clearly not. How uneducated are you people? Sylvie Minnick's response to Keem by saying, he took the words out of your mouth, then you called him out for repeating what you said. Laughing my ass off. Oscar McChuggin responds to Keem by saying, everyone trying to cancel Keem but not realizing when doing this interview, it can lead us to almost any kind of evidence that could be debunked as true or false. Keem then quote tweets this and says, because the Onision hate mob is filled with very stupid people. They all remind me of Nancy Grace. And it is true, they actually believe they are going to cancel me for interview him. Completely delusional. 20 times the fans. Laughing crying emoji. Janet says, for you saying we are stupid people, yet the one who talks about the Pauls more than anyone else on YouTube? But whatever makes you sleep. Keem then replies, makes me smart. Are you even trying to use that noggin? Holly responds to Keem by saying, Keem, you are retweeting basic facts about the case that we've all known since September. Having to be corrected on basic facts constantly, and still somehow not only believe that you are being logical, but also that you actually know what you are talking about. Check your ego. Keem then replies, shh, let me get my interview. Wendy just tweets out, how can Keemstar call anyone a rat? He's one of the biggest rat bitches ever. Keem then replies, nice makeup. Oof. Wendy then replies, I just fucking hate you, but thanks. Keem then replies, salty. And the reason I screen capped this in particular is because he just randomly did this out of the blue while ranting about Onision, and I feel like the fact that he's replying to so many tweets including this one just proves how hot and bothered he is during this entire ordeal. Keem then tweets out, so Onision's husband left him? Someone then replies, Onision had a husband? What the fuck? Keem then replies, well, he had a wife who went trans and is now a guy. Keem then tweets out, okay, I have made my decision. Shiloh? I don't know. Onision has some defense. Billy? Onision was a jerk, but has some defenses. Sarah? Onision and Kai are groomers. James Madison then responds to Keem by saying, why are you defending this garbage human? To which Keem responds, are you even a real account? Found your avatar on reverse image. Nice try, dummy. Laura says, Shiloh was 16 and Onision was 25? Billy was 18 and Onision was 30? Onision still had a platform and they were fans. Keem then replies, I never seen anything about Shiloh being 16. Can you link me that? Laura then sends Keem a link, and then Keem replies, is there any proof of her saying that she was 16? Laura then responds, I'm pretty sure she said she was 16 when they started talking / Skyping 8 to 12 hours a day, but he didn't fly to her until she was 17. But still. Also, I apologize if I've been saying Shiloh's name wrong or however you say it. I've never seen that name ever, so I'm just kind of guessing the pronunciation. I apologize if I said that incorrectly. No offense intended, of course. Belinda responds to Keem by saying, what defense? And then links to a YouTube video that is titled, Onision abuses Silo lost footage.
You know this video is never going to be online, right? No one will ever know how much I abuse you. It's ridiculous that you think you'll be successful. How many times do I have to tell you everything that you want to put online goes through me first? Want some candy corn?
Thanks for watching, guys.
Hey, open your mouth. Open your mouth. Open your mouth.
No, Greg, I don't want any.
Open your mouth.
I don't want any, Greg. Ow! Ow, that one really hurt. Greg, I'm wearing
that
shorts.
candy corn hurt. That candy corn really hurt, Greg. Oh, that candy corn was like a razor blade. Your candy corn hurt, Greg.
Keem then responds, "That seems like a skit. That does not seem real." Belinda then responds to Keem by showing a tweet from what I assume is one of Onision's victims, who responded to the skit by saying, "To clarify, my ear was not cut in this video. The fake blood and act were part of an extra video at the end of the skit. Although the words he said in the background were not scripted or expected, and the underhanded nature says it all." Keem then tweets out, "On the phone with Leafy, and he wants to be a part of the Onision interview." Keemstar then tweets out this Twitter video with the caption, "Dear Onision."
Alright guys, I'm on the phone with Leafy right now. A lot of people are saying, this isn't real or whatever. But, Leafy apparently wants to help me interview Onision. Is that right?
Yeah, dude, he fucking groomed me as well. He fucking groomed me. We gotta get to the bottom of it now.
Onision! Come do the interview on Drama with Keemstar, and Leafy is here.
And then Ricky responds by saying this.
Yo, what the fuck is this, 2016?
And that is finally all of the tweets Keem has made in regards to Onision. It's been a couple days since this outburst of tweets from Keemstar about Onision, so I assume he was unsuccessful in getting the Onision interview, and I think the fact that he deleted majority of the tweets we just went over pretty much confirms that fact. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed. This video was actually the second outburst from Keem on Twitter over the past couple days. The first one I covered a couple days ago with hashtag StopJStation, and there is one more that he had versus another YouTuber called Nicholas Diorio that I will be covering in the next couple days, so be sure to subscribe with notifications on so you don't miss that video. Also follow me on Twitter to keep up to date with all the shenanigans going on over there, and thank you so much to my channel members for supporting the channel. With all that being said, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in another video.